student component to success. And as I have had the opportunity to go and talk with young people, one of the things I remind them is that they have the responsibility, and more than that, they have within them the ability, they have those gifts to be successful. And particularly when we talk about achievement gap, I'm very concerned and continue to be passionate about seeing particularly our African-American and Latino kids, particularly our African-American and Latino male kids, slipping back and not making it. And I know that there's a number of challenges, roadblocks that are in the way of their success. But I know one of them is an old, vicious, destructive lie that has crept into our cultural psyche. This notion that black and brown kids, particularly black and brown males, are not supposed to be smart. That we lack the capacity, and that culturally that isn't what we do. And so whenever I have the opportunity to stand in front of young people, I try to lay a little truth on them, a little break down a little history so they know how to break through that tale. Because, see, far too many of our young people succumb to that paralyzing and tranquilizing siren song of low expectations, misaligned social values. Kids born with the genius intelligence, pushing that aside because they feel that in order to be acceptable to others, tragically many times others who look like them, they have to act like they are less intellectually gifted than they are. So I try to remind young people, particularly our black and brown youth, that down through history, going back to the epoch of the pharaohs, we're talking about, Akhenaten and Ramses II. Somebody says something about the ethnicity or the racial makeup of the Egyptians. I say take a real good look at the faces on the temple of Abu Simbel. If those effigies came to life, those would be a couple of brothers. Don't even try that. Down through history, from the epoch of the pharaohs on through. That was a good one. I just came up with that. But down through history, from the epoch of the pharaohs through those great astronomers and mathematicians of the Mayan, Toltec, and the Aztec Empire, the scholars of Timbuktu and Granada and Cordoba, those incredible international cities of the Muslim Empire in Spain that drew intellectuals, philosophers, scientists, scholars from all over the world. Everybody was going to Granada and Cordoba. They were stopping through Timbuktu, and the world was exchanging ideas because those racist notions had not taken root yet. So I tell our young people, that is your heritage. That is who you are. And so I tell our young people, intellectualism is your greatest power. Don't listen to anybody who tells you that being smart is not cool. Being smart, using that which you've been given, that's going to open up all the doors of opportunity. And that, my friends, is part of why I have such admiration and such gratitude, and why I get so passionate being in the midst of educators like yourselves. Because I know you get up and go to work every day with the mission of helping children, whether they're little children in elementary school, kids in high school, college-bound, college age. I know that your passion and your mission is to help them be the best they can be and to succeed at what they set out to do. And so I thank you for that. And I thank you for allowing me to come here today and tell you how grateful I am to all of you. I thank you for your time.